So your research topic was about the relation with dogs and babies from the side of the adults, if they prefer more than dogs than the babies, as I understood well.
Yes, in that context, we wanted to compare investment and emotional commitment to pets compared to children, because the main theory is that humans evolved to be alloparents, so we are in traditional ancient communities, we were caring for everyone's babies, basically, and everyone, all men and women together, they would care for the offspring of other couples, even if they were not related by genes. But today's in our societies, we don't have this opportunity. So either you are a child care professional or you have your own children. But other than that, as we saw in the questionnaire, basically no one has the opportunity to care for a child if they don't have the child at home anymore. So in this context, we hypothesized that pets and caring for a pet substitute for this kind of lack of opportunities to care for a child. So it's not that they necessarily prefer it per se, but that's a compromise in this situation. So it depends, of course, on the people. Some people openly prefer dogs or any other pets, and for childless people, like the younger generation, there's a lot of reasons why they don't want children, but they won't say that it's because I prefer dogs. It's really rare, actually. It's a subgroup of people who actively and really prefer animals, but in other cases they can't afford it. They are concerned about climate change, overpopulation, and it's the next best thing is to redirect this towards a pet.
A few decades ago in Vienna, I was told that people of the city of Vienna like the dogs more than the babies. So for me, your research wasn't a surprise. So somehow I understood the point, but it's strange that not so many people agree on this, while they are saying that yes.
It's a complex issue, and I think it is also now young people who don't have children and those who don't want children, they would say that they prefer animals because, well, it's easier in a way, and it requires less money, less time, and then you can more quickly leave your pet at home and do your own stuff. You can't do that with a child for really long. But this situation happens because we don't share childcare, so this is how we ended up in this situation, that individualistic societies, you rely on yourself and the nuclear family, but outside of that you don't receive support. And then in this context, where there's a lot of struggles from the instability of the world otherwise, so there's a lack of support, like perceived support from the society and the community in childcare, so it's really demotivating. So this animals in this aspect fulfill all the criteria, and you can care for an animal by yourself more easily than you can for a child. So previous research on focusing on happiness and parenting child parenting found that the institutional support system in the country plays a big role in how much parents, like how happy parents are, and how much people who don't have children want children. Because if you don't receive support from either the community or the society or the government, well, it makes it harder, and then it's also more burdensome for the parents.
In this part of Hungary, what I can see, it's basically for couples, the test, like if they can grow a flower together, have a cat or dog together, and if those survive, then the baby can come.
Yeah, actually, it's in different culture. It's also like that. That it's also a test for the young couple before they commit to a child. They kind of, sometimes it's not really conscious, but they can test each other's abilities to care. And also, I mean, it's an interesting situation that you expect your partner to do this and this and this, and actually after a few weeks or months, you have to take it, like you have to take all these roles and tasks. Then you might say, with a child, what's gonna happen? And there are studies showing that usually in childcare, the same as in dog care, women take on more tasks. So in this aspect, the younger generation is also more aware of these gender inequalities, and women also stand up more for themselves. I don't want to have to handle all of this, and therefore I prefer that we get an animal but not a child, because I don't want to also have the whole responsibility of it in the couple, even though it could be shared, but even if it's not shared, if you care for a dog, then yeah, it's even more difficult to imagine having a child together.